Mr. Perry comes in, everything changes. So we literally run the entire episode for him, and he hates it. Does that mean I have to learn a whole new script? Yes, that's what it means.
Remember when I said earlier, I've never seen so many cowards and black men in this business? I would have to put my brother Tyler Perry in that.
They put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career. I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
Tyler Perry has undeniably made a significant impact on the Atlanta theater scene and achieved box office success with his Madea series. However, his rise to fame is not devoid of controversy. According to rumors, Perry's ego expanded to the point where he clashed with Oprah herself. Succeeding in Hollywood often involves navigating through questionable tactics, and Tyler Perry is no stranger to this reality.
The man is trash. I'm just... period.
A Twitter user recently took to social media to voice her discontent with Tyler Perry's films, citing what she believed to be bias in his work. She went a step further by creating and sharing a video comparing Perry's films to trash, extending her critique beyond mere words.
I'm not a Tyler Perry fan, so this is what I got to say. It's funny how he got all this money to do everything but the right thing.
The woman asserted that Tyler Perry harbors a fear of white people, suggesting that this fear influences his creative decisions. Her remarks resonated with others who also expressed their opinions about Tyler Perry and his artistic choices.
And this lets me know that he's scared of white people and he has to stay in this weird box.
These videos suggest that there might be underlying truths yet to be uncovered. This raises the question: what could be Tyler Perry's secret that has caused some dark-skinned actors to refuse to work with him? Following his box office triumphs, Tyler Perry expanded into television with the popular sitcom House of Pain. However, negotiations for a syndication deal and a spin-off series, Meet the Browns, sparked controversy when Perry dismissed 4 writers who sought union contracts. This move stirred discontent within the industry, with writer Terry Jackson expressing frustration over the situation. Perry responded by asserting his personal involvement in writing all content. Quote, "We were good enough to create over 100 episodes, but now when it comes to reaping the benefits of the show being syndicated and having other spin-offs from it, he decides to let us go unless we accept a horrible offer." This dispute wasn't Perry's only run-in with unions. In 2015, actor union SAG-AFTRA and Actors Equity intervened, barring their members from participating in Perry's stage play Madea on the Run, due to his production company's refusal to sign union agreements. While Perry's focus on profitability is evident, his methods have drawn criticism from segments of the industry.
There's a camera on you, baby.
Is there a camera on me right there?
Back behind you.
Oh, hello. Oh, praise the Lord. We'd like to tell everybody in Dallas that we are on our way. Thank you.
In response to the success of House of Pain and Meet the Browns, African-American journalist and cultural critic Jamila Lameau penned an open letter to Tyler Perry, which was published by NPR. Lameau expressed discomfort with Perry's utilization of stereotypes in his work, particularly highlighting the portrayal of the beloved matriarch figure. She emphasized the importance of portraying these characters with dignity and respect, rather than resorting to caricatures. She wrote, quote, "Through her, the country has laughed at one of the most important members of the black community, Mother Dear, the beloved matriarch. I just can't quite get with seeing Mother Dear played by a 6'3" man with prosthetic breasts flopping in the wind. Our mothers and grandmothers deserve much more than that. Heck, our fathers and grandfathers deserve more. Mr. Perry, you have told the Hollywood old guard to kiss your backside, and I appreciate that, brother, but many black folks have expressed some of the very same attitudes about your work that white critics have." Notably, acclaimed film director Spike Lee has also criticized Tyler Perry for his reliance on stereotypical characters in his productions. Lee, known for his outspokenness on social and cultural issues, has openly addressed this concern regarding Perry's work.
Because each artist should be allowed to pursue the artistic endeavor. On today is coonery and buffoonery, and I know it's making a lot of money.
Spike Lee has gone further to suggest that movies relying on stereotypes like those of Tyler Perry may break records, but are ultimately detrimental to the industry. He advocates for a shift away from biased and one-dimensional portrayals in favor of more nuanced and authentic representations in films.
Breaking records, but we could do better.
Acclaimed film director Spike Lee is one of the most notable figures who criticized Tyler Perry for his use of stereotypical characters in his work. Lee is well known for openly addressing this issue with Perry.
So a lot of this is on us. A lot of this is on us.
Spike Lee went on to suggest that because of these stereotypical movies, individuals like Tyler Perry were breaking records. In his view, the industry could do better by avoiding such biased and nonsensical movies that featured designated one-dimensional characters. Viewers have started noticing Tyler Perry's casting and character depictions, sparking discussions about his business tactics. Some argue that Perry frequently cast dark-skinned actors as villains, while portraying white-skinned individuals as heroes in his movies and shows. This perception has prompted debate and reflection among his audience.
Pitiful black woman being abused by a no-good, dark-skinned man, and then saved and rescued by the perfect light-skinned man.
During an event, Chris Rock also pointed out the recurring theme in Tyler Perry's movies, noting that there is often a limited portrayal of kind and respectful black-skinned boyfriends in Perry's films. He supported his statement by referencing Tupac Shakur, suggesting that Perry's films could offer a broader range of character representation. He said, quote, "Tupac might be a political leader if he was alive, but then again, Tupac might be in a Tyler Perry movie right now, so you don't know. Tupac might be the bad, dark-skinned boyfriend in the Tyler Perry movie." Chris Rock's point was that Tupac was a highly renowned and popular rapper during his time. However, if Tupac were given the opportunity to appear in a Tyler Perry movie, Rock believed that there would be a minimal chance that Tupac would be cast as a heroic character based on Perry's typical casting patterns. He further went on saying, quote, "I would hope he's a senator, but he might be kicking Jill Scott down a flight of stairs. In Tyler Perry movies, there's always okay." Chris Rock's perspective aligned with Spike Lee's criticism, emphasizing that some prominent movies may achieve success because of Tyler Perry's perceived bias, casting, and storytelling choices. Both Rock and Lee raised concerns about the impact of such ideology on the film industry.
We're talking about Tyler Perry at this point. No, I mean, look, I'm not saying we're talking. Let's not give them fodder for tabloid. I'm not saying we're talking about Tyler Perry, but
upon delving deeper into the entertainment industry, one discovers the pervasive issue of colorism. Hollywood in particular has come under intense scrutiny, with social media campaigns rapidly disseminating criticism from platforms like Twitter to mainstream news outlets. The industry's problematic dynamics were brought to the forefront notably with the revelations surrounding convicted SO Harvey Weinstein. The deluge of SA allegations in 2017 further shed light on the darker underbelly of Hollywood's culture.
There's a new documentary that is all about the dark side of Hollywood and how some power players allegedly use their positions to prey on young aspiring actors.
Following the Me Too movement, Hollywood was shaken by a series of scandals. Among these, comedian Kevin Hart's resignation as the Oscars host in 2019 due to the resurgence of past homophobic tweets garnered significant attention. Concurrently, the Oscar So White movement called for greater diversity in Oscar nominations and recognition of marginalized communities. Consequently, Hollywood's once esteemed Walk of Fame now evokes more of a Walk of Shame devoid of stars and lacking its former luster.
Kevin Hart has stepped down from hosting this year's Oscars. He put out a statement on Twitter tonight saying, "I have made the choice to step down."
On a February afternoon in 1940s America, actress Hattie McDaniel made history by winning the Oscar for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Gone with the Wind 1940. Her achievement was monumental, marking the first time an African American had received such a prestigious film award. However, amidst the celebration, the stark reality of segregation loomed large. The Oscars ceremony, effectively a whites-only event, meant that McDaniel was segregated from the rest of the attendees. Thus, what should have been a joyous occasion was instead overshadowed by the pervasive segregation of the era, highlighting the ongoing struggle for racial equality.
I sincerely hope I shall always be a credit to my race and to the motion picture industry. My heart is too full to tell you just how I feel.
80 years later, the film industry continues to grapple with persistent forms of discrimination despite incremental progress in diversifying its ranks. The 2020 Oscar ceremony in particular was marred by racial controversies that have sadly become all too familiar for both audiences and industry insiders alike. Notable snubs like the omission of Lupita Nyong'o for her exceptional performance in the 2019 film Us serve as stark reminders of the ongoing challenges of representation and recognition within Hollywood.
The Oscar goes to Lupita Nyong'o.
it seems the issue of discrimination has taken a new form within movies and shows, with Tyler Perry serving as a prominent example. This is no longer hidden, as evident in Perry's films where dark-skinned actors often portray villains. A notable instance is Steve Harris, who portrayed Charles McCarter in one of Perry's classic films, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Despite being a successful lawyer, Charles is far from an ideal husband. Shockingly, he reveals the existence of another woman to his wife Helen and mistreats her, ultimately kicking her out of their home.
You ain't good for nothing. Find my bank statement and get the accountant on the phone. Then call Calvin and tell him to get over here and you can leave.
In one of his films, Blair Underwood brought to life the character of Carlos, an assertive investment banker who exerts dominance and control over his girlfriend. Blair Underwood, renowned for his iconic role in LA Law, has been a stalwart presence in Hollywood for more than 4 decades. His journey began in the 80s, navigating the diverse landscape as a black actor in the industry. Recently, Underwood offered glimpses into his early career, including a memorable encounter with the legendary Oscar-winning actor Sidney Poitier.
Of course, this is what the kids are now calling a Blassic movie. Black classic movie. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute?
I heard that. I like that. A Blassic movie.
A Blassic.
Okay.
A Blassic movie.
In the 1980s, black representation on screen was sparse, with roles often constrained by stereotypes, offering little diversity for black TV viewers. Blair Underwood experienced these limitations firsthand. Alongside Denzel Washington, he emerged as a beacon of black male representation in TV and film during that period, earning acclaim and acknowledgement for their contributions.
You know, these 4 black women in the hood, and like now we're gonna do girls in the hood, and there was a little pushback. Like, why they only want to see us as slaves or in the hood and Hollywood.
The 1990s witnessed a continuation of the challenges surrounding limited and stereotypical roles for black actors. Blair Underwood reflected on this period, noting that nearly every black actor and actress in Hollywood, regardless of their renown or talent, faced auditions for the same roles. This underscored the industry's dearth of diverse opportunities during that time.
I've been a history buff like most of my life. I love history.
You do?
I don't know a lot about history, but I love it.
When you were a kid,
plug in.
Philip Van Leer had the opportunity to portray a villain in Tyler Perry's films. His notable recurring role in the first and second seasons of the show depicted him as a dealer, adding depth to the narrative.
Oh, no. Hey, Harry, Brenda, Harry.
Hey.
Harry's a high school coach.
Leon Overman took on a negative role in one of Tyler Perry's movies, Madea Goes to Jail, portraying Linda Davis. Linda, an envious assistant district attorney engaged to Joshua, engages in clandestine illegal activities, including fraud and evidence tampering, involving individuals she has prosecuted. Ron Rieko Lee portrayed Chuck, Joshua's friend and an assistant district attorney in the film. Additionally, Brian White was cast as a villain in Tyler Perry's I Can Do Bad All by Myself. White played the character of Randy, an abusive boyfriend who serves as the antagonist in the film.
I see the way you've been looking at me. See, this here my house and I can let you.
You might notice that all the negative characters in Tyler's movies and shows are very abusive towards women. This thing has been very concerning, and many people raised their voices for this too. One such example was seen in his shows Bruh and Sistas. Bruh seems to revolve around the lives of 4 black men as they navigate various aspects of their lives, including relationships, friends, and careers. The synopsis suggests that these men share a deep and enduring bond that resembles family even if they aren't related by blood. Their close-knit friendship is characterized by warmth and camaraderie, evident from their bright and happy smiles in the promotional material.
She moved in.
You seem nervous.
I'm a little confused. Wait.
On the other hand, Sistas appears to focus on the lives of 4 single black women. The tagline, "Single but never solo," suggests that the show may explore their experiences as they navigate the ups and downs of being single. However, the synopsis provided does not mention their friendships or careers, and the promotional image features separate pictures of the 4 women rather than them being together. The common thread among them seems to be their shared status as single women, and it's possible that the series will delve into their individual journeys in the dating world and beyond.
What do you want, Gary?
You.
Criticism of colorism arose in Tyler Perry's film, A Fall from Grace. The story follows Grace Waters, played by Crystal Fox, as she seeks love again after enduring her ex-husband's betrayal. However, her new relationship with Makad Brooks' character unravels dark truths. Grace's vulnerability spirals into accusations of murder and fraud, resulting in her incarceration. The film delves into themes of love, betrayal, and the repercussions of one's choices amidst scrutiny over its handling of colorism issues.
You don't know that today will be the day to change your life.
Tyler Perry's movies such as Acrimony frequently spark lively discussions and debates on social media platforms like Twitter. Some viewers criticize Perry for repeatedly depicting the trauma black women endure at the hands of men in his films. Conversely, others argue that Perry's narratives shed light on real-life issues many black women face. These debates underscore Perry's storytelling impact and his ability to provoke conversations on important topics. Critics assert that despite Perry's contributions to the black community, he should be held accountable for his missteps. They point to instances in his movies and TV shows where black women are portrayed negatively or subjected to unpleasant behavior. Some argue that Perry's works perpetuate respectability politics, suggesting that conformity is the sole route to happiness and success for his characters.
Manage it, grow it, through all the growing pains of it all. You've managed to do it all on your own, figuring it out and learning as you've gone. Calling me a lot.
There are also concerns that Tyler Perry's assumption of significant creative control may overshadow other talented black and brown female writers and directors in the industry. This issue was highlighted in his adaptation of Tozaki Shangi's play for colored girls who have considered when the rainbow is enough. These criticisms underscore a desire for a more nuanced and responsible portrayal of characters and narratives in Perry's work, advocating for increased representation and opportunities for diverse voices in the industry.
You know, when you think about film and television, it's been done the same way for years. You know, you record an image and you put it out there. Well, just because it's been done that way for many, many years.
Using cross-dressing as a comedic tool can have various consequences, especially when it perpetuates harmful stereotypes or reinforces societal biases. Dave Chappelle, for instance, has spoken about the discomfort and implications of this comedic device. It can contribute to the marginalization of transgender individuals by reducing their identities to mere punchlines, further stigmatizing and invalidating their experiences. Additionally, it can reinforce traditional gender norms and expectations, suggesting that deviating from these norms is inherently comedic or abnormal. Overall, while comedy can be a powerful tool for addressing societal issues, it's essential to consider the impact of comedic choices and ensure that humor is not derived at the expense of marginalized communities.
When I see that they put every black man in the movies in a dress at some point in their career, I'll be connecting them down like, wow, all these brothers gotta wear a dress.
In a recent revelation, Dave Chappelle brought attention to what he perceives as a darker side of Kevin Hart's legacy, suggesting that Kevin might engage in inappropriate activities solely for the pursuit of money and fame in Hollywood. Chappelle also claimed that Tyler Perry has majorly played a role in manipulating Kevin Hart. Once Kevin became aware of the public exposure by Chappelle, he reacted strongly and confronted Chappelle about these allegations. The unfolding situation raises questions about the dynamics between the two and leaves people wondering about the nature of their relationship.
I mean, you know, you have to have boundaries. You have to have limits that you refuse to cross. You know, for me, I know what they are.
The feud escalated when Kevin Hart appeared in a TV show wearing feminine attire, drawing widespread criticism for seemingly contradicting his previous statements. Prior to this incident, Hart had explicitly stated in an interview that he would not engage in unprofessional activities for the sake of Hollywood, distancing himself from the actions of others in the industry.
I was like, no, I'm gonna look stupid. At the end of the day, you gotta know that you're a brand. I'm a brand. You need to protect your brand at all times.
Following this incident, Kevin made an unexpected appearance on a television show, seemingly indifferent to safeguarding his brand and dignity. Dave Chappelle found this particularly troubling because he values dignity and has consistently advocated for fair treatment of black individuals in the entertainment industry, highlighting how they are often mistreated by Hollywood elites.
Pope Kavenzine is lifting her arms into her signature muscle man pose.
Kevin doing these absurd things bothered Chappelle, and he spilled tea on every single detail of who tricked Kevin to appear like this on the TV screens. Dave also said that the public's perception of Hollywood is at odds with reality in that it is filled with lovable people like Tyler. Dave supposedly remarked that once you see their genuine faces, you won't be able to stand them since they are too diabolical to bear. He said, quote, "It's the same monster that these Me Too B was trying to tell you about. But they hate the monster for how it F, and I hate that monster for how it eats. But my God, man, it's the same monster." And it turns out that Dave is the only one who can keep up with his words without fearing anyone. Even though Kevin told everybody that he will refuse to wear such dresses because he has boundaries, he showed up in SNL during his debut and shocked everybody, including Chappelle.
I'm doing what it is that I've really dreamt of doing, which is becoming a global brand and what I love to do and tell jokes. So I'm happy.
Hart commented that he thought it was humorous and that no one had informed him that he was forced to do anything. But is it really that straightforward? It took Chappelle 8 years to make his comedic comeback, during which time he was surrounded by a world that made him feel very uneasy. Oprah Winfrey was the subject of his first public interview when he returned home, and he used the opportunity to talk about the experience that forced him to go against the grain of what Hollywood was attempting to become but clearly did not want to be. In addition to this, he discussed his personal encounter with the dress and how he came to the conclusion that Hollywood and possibly even the Illuminati were attempting to demean and degrade black men.
He said, I'm not wearing no dress, man. I'm funnier than a dress. Just give me something funny to say. I don't need to wear no dress.
Then he made a cryptic reference to a minor but significant part of the narrative. He exposes a sinister plan developing behind the scenes, one that most viewers won't understand.
A weak person cannot get to sit here and talk to you.
It appears as Hart is also experiencing the same difficulties as Chappelle. Those who believe that Eddie Murphy and other greats have been emasculated by the politics of the next plateau point to the clothing he wore on Saturday Night Live as evidence. Now Kevin Hart is next in line. Perhaps Chappelle was correct all along. Kevin did wear a dress because he was being forced. Kevin Hart's followers are speculating about whether or not he is a member of the mysterious Illuminati. Do you recall a clip from Kelly Clarkson's show in which Hart cut off the host when she discussed performing tasks she viewed as beneath her for the sake of financial gain? Clarkson then proposed that the people offering the money should be present, to which Hart responded, "It's an open dialogue, we can talk about anything," while putting his finger to his mouth.
Yeah, I was like, and then I don't know if you've had this, but I've had people throw millions of dollars in my face to do something I didn't want to do. And what? You've been off, yeah. Oh, they're in the room.
And people started to speculate that something weird is definitely happening. One person commented, quote, "This is so weird, I think he's trying to keep both of them safe by cueing her to stop talking about it. This is insane." Another one stated, quote, "The scariest part is that he's clearly making a point about corporate influence, and people in this comment section jump to worldwide conspiracy." During a recent guest appearance on Oprah's show, comedian Dave Chappelle posed an intriguing question. He questioned why so many accomplished entertainers have chosen to embrace this particular trend at some point in their careers. One notable example is Martin Lawrence, who gained recognition for his lead role in the Big Mama's House series. Likewise, Eddie Murphy incorporated a female character into his repertoire of roles in the Nutty Professor film series.
This happened to me. I'm doing a movie with Martin.
Yeah.
The movie's going good. So I walk in the trailer. I'm like, man, this must be the wrong trailer because there's a dress in here.
Jamie Foxx made a lasting impression with his unforgettable Ugly Wanda character on In Living Color, while Marlon and Shawn Wayans delved into gender reversal for their roles in White Chicks. Furthermore, the less successful Joanna Man movie from a few years ago is a chapter that some may prefer to leave in the past.
I'm here! Ooh, that girl get around.
Among these examples, one figure emerges as the most prominent cross-dresser in contemporary entertainment, Tyler Perry. Perry, recognized not only for his contributions to the entertainment industry, but also for his influence in right-wing evangelical circles, has achieved significant success and acclaim through his Madea franchise.
Yes. Are you going out on Black Friday? What the hell is Black Friday? Every Friday is Friday. I'm black. That's a Black Friday. What you talking about? How do you know the hell a Black Friday is?
Tyler Perry has not only achieved success in the gospel play arena, but has also effectively expanded his triumph into the film industry, bringing his unique portrayal to a broader cinematic audience.
No, it's a stage play. It's like Broadway, just with black people.
Remarkably, Tyler Perry's latest book, Don't Make a Black Woman Take Off Her Earrings, even secured a spot on the prestigious New York Times bestsellers list. This raises an intriguing question. What lies beneath this phenomenon? Why do these artists choose to engage in acts that may appear to challenge traditional masculinity, and why does the audience enthusiastically embrace the spectacle of black men in such situations? One perspective is that portraying black masculinity in a more feminine context could potentially reduce the perception of, quote, threat and increase comfort for certain individuals. These cross-dressing depictions of black men might serve as a counterbalance to the dominant and assertive image often associated with hip-hop culture. Moreover, in 2009, Monique had planned to embark on a press tour for the movie Precious, co-produced by Oprah and Tyler Perry. The idea was to leverage the momentum of her Oscar nomination buzz. However, the catch was that they didn't intend to compensate her for the tour, and she was already fatigued from filming. Faced with this situation, Monique made the decision to skip the tour and take a much-needed break with her family. At the time, it seemed like a straightforward choice and everyone seemed fine with it. I said, Oprah, I'm doing a talk show, I'm doing a comedy tour, I have a husband and I have babies, I have a little bit of downtime and I'm going to take advantage of it, so I'm not going anywhere because I'm not obligated to go anywhere, I've done my part, Monique recalled, so we mutually agreed to disagree, that was it. Next thing I know, I am considered difficult and hard to work with. Fast forward a few weeks, and media stories suddenly began portraying Monique as difficult to work with. Despite winning an Oscar for her role in Precious, all of a sudden, no one seemed interested in casting her. It was a disheartening experience to witness her hard work seemingly going down the drain. Monique started connecting the dots, realizing that someone was deliberately working against her. In a recent conversation with The Hollywood Reporter, she disclosed that Precious director Lee Daniels admitted she was blackballed for not playing by the rules. Monique has even called out Oprah and Tyler Perry, requesting an apology that is still pending.
He said, if you don't want me to have your brother on the show, I will cancel the show. No show will happen. But I wanted to call you up.
After the press tour debacle, Monique revealed on Comedy Central about Oprah inviting Monique's brother Gerald and her parents to her show. The backstory is that Monique's brother had SA her when she was between the ages of 7 and 11, a matter she had been open about in a 2008 interview with Essence. Monique had confided in Oprah about her strained relationship with her parents due to the A, and Oprah appeared to be understanding. Monique mentioned that she was okay with Oprah inviting Gerald but didn't want to be part of it. However, during the taping, Monique was blindsided by seeing commercials featuring her family. Oprah had seemingly gone back on her word, pretending to be caring. Monique demanded an apology, but Oprah offered nothing. No private apology, no public apology, nothing. As of today, Monique is still waiting for that apology. The fact that Oprah and Tyler Perry are buddies doesn't make the situation any better. It's a real mixed bag of opinions out there. Some folks think Monique is just drama stirring, while others reckon Perry and the crew owe her an apology. Monique's definitely not holding back, especially when it comes to Tyler, and there's this buzz that she's gearing up to spill all his secrets. Over the course of several years, Hollywood has faced widespread criticism for its role in perpetuating various stereotypes that significantly shape the public's perception of Black individuals. This period saw the emergence of a debate suggesting that limited opportunities within the entertainment industry often force Black artists to accept stereotypical roles as a means of sustaining their careers and livelihoods. While the entertainment industry has not yet achieved full racial equality, contemporary performers do possess a certain degree of agency over their choices. What remains intriguing in the context of these modern figures is their apparent willingness to take on cross-dressing roles, with Kevin Hart's name being particularly notable in this regard. Some outspoken individuals have expressed their opposition to witnessing more instances of Black men in dresses, arguing that this phenomenon has reached its saturation point. Those with that opinion say that our society is already influenced by numerous factors that may undermine the perception of Black men's masculinity, and according to them, there's no need to further contribute to these forces in any way, though others disagree.